It is called You Do Not Have to Gain the Weight Back, or You Don't Have to Gain the Weight Back, a 7-step survival guide to coming off weight loss medication.
Okay, and we're just going to show the table of contents, which is the next, which is right there. Because you have 7, you have, your introduction, and you have everything else. And then you have these 7, I have all these paperwork. These 7 chapters, all right? How to avoid food noise, prepare for weight loss, what will people think? Who really cares? Supplements to curb your appetite, survive the holidays, let's work out, and the last injection, what to expect.
Yep.
So thank you. What do you want to touch upon first?
Well, let's not forget I'm also a psychic medium.
Oh, did I forget to mention that?
You did. It's a comic, yeah. No. I'm a psychic medium, so when you do get the book, you're gonna see that. But transformational, spiritual life coach, is kind of like an overlay of the psychic medium thing.
She is a psychic medium, but you also didn't embrace that. You kind of fought that for a while, and then you said, you know what, it's time for me to embrace this.
Right, and
it's
step
a
out and
it's
do
a
it,
God-given gift.
It is.
And you know what? And you help so many people. You really do.
Well, that's exactly how this came about, because
How did the book come about?
Well, I was looking on Instagram because I got, I was on a weight loss medication. I'm not going to say the name of the weight loss medication. You can contact me and I will tell you everything that I took.
Okay.
But it was a medically prescribed weight loss medication, and I had been on it for probably about, I don't know. I was on one medication, one of them was out of stock, and then when the other one came in, and so she instantly switched me. So I would say probably about like 6 months. So I lost about 55 pounds in 6 months.
Wow.
And I had gotten to the lowest weight that I've been since
because
a very long time.
Your highest weight was
600 pounds. Yeah.
Wow.
And when I was 600 pounds, and when I started coming down from that, because I was in a miserable relationship, was the first time that I experienced weight loss medication.
Okay.
And when they took me, because eventually when I got down to the 300 range, the 300 range was where I stopped at the age of 17.
Right.
So that's where my body was very comfortable at its set point. That's where it was comfortable.
Okay.
So I could go above 300, but never really below it.
Uh-huh.
Even with weight loss surgery, with medication, all that stuff. Because the high, back then when I first took the weight loss medication, the higher dose was considered to be cosmetic.
What?
So, right. So they would not cover the higher dose.
Like without going under the knife? I don't understand that.
They label it as cosmetic.
Really?
Yep. I don't know why they did, but now they're coming back and they're doing it again. So it actually inspired this book because I saw all these people.
Yes.
All these ads on social media about, you could get these types of drugs, a compound version of these drugs.
Okay.
I don't want to mess up the word, but semaglutide, whatever it's called,
Right.
I always mess that up. You could get a compound version. All you need to do is fill out some online intake form and submit it, and they'll deliver it to your door, because out of pocket to pay for name brand can cost you $2,000
it's like,
a month.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right, but now all
and
these
if you have a
weight loss
copay,
clinics,
then it's only like $35 or $40,
exactly.
whatever.
But all these weight loss clinics and stuff like that are now getting these medications to give to people. Number one, you don't know what you're taking. Number two, who are these doctors that are overseeing these people?
Okay.
And you're not preparing people for an end game, because eventually you will have to come off of these drugs.
Right.
Either they get expensive or they stop working. I can't afford to pay $300 a month
the
for that.
only people who were starting to take these were people with diabetes, correct?
Some.
Because I know my brother-in-law,
Not all of them are designed
is
for
on
that.
something
Right.
for his diabetes.
And they'll take them off of it.
Really?
Yep, they're gonna take them
But
off
if
of
it's
it.
working, I don't understand.
Doesn't matter. They're rewriting the way that these drugs are classified.
Okay.
Because if you can afford to pay for them out of pocket and you get a doctor, any doctor, to sign off on it, you can get it. So now they're labeling these drugs as cosmetic, where people are using them to lose like 50 pounds, 5 pounds. Meanwhile, there's a whole demographic of people out there who are obese, who can benefit from that. I don't even like the word obese, who can benefit from this to finally get the weight, the excess weight that they gained,
Right.
and then also to be able to get past the set point. Because if you could get past that set point and stay there for a while,
Okay.
the body will get used to that.
How
weight.
long? How long? If I
don't know.
lose the 15 to 20 I put on and be happy or more comfortable where I was, how long do I have to try to maintain that to stay there?
I don't know. And that's part of
That's the million-dollar
right. That's
question.
the $1,000,000 question. The weight loss drugs are not the solution.
No.
To permanent weight
So
loss.
everything is temporary.
It's temporary.